Hello everybody. Hello everybody. This is me, Qua. Today we'll be reviewing the Transformers Energon slash, technically this is Superlink Ironhide, as the box says, or in the US, Demolishor. Now there are no paint differences between the Minicon, he himself, from the US version. They're exactly the same. You just get this nice little box here. See, Takara has been doing windowless boxes for years. Yeah. Pretty nice shit. Hold on, I have the extractions over here. Is that? Yeah, the trading card's in here, but it's kind of blocked by the fucking extractions. You can see Cyclonus is right there. But this is the set for Ironhide or Demolishor. I'm just going to call him Demolishor for the remainder of the review, because that's what I know him as. Now, this is not my first experience with this mold. I had the original Energon, or not Energon, Armada version of him. And I always mistransformed the legs, because as a kid, I always thought it was supposed to go like this, because you figure the longer part would be like the feet, right? And yeah, I just found this out yesterday, actually, when I was watching a little bit of Energon, and I noticed there's some detailing there. I'm like, why the fuck isn't it there? Then I looked around, I was like, wait a minute, was that how it was supposed to go? And then, sure enough, that is how it goes. Because that is how it is on the box. Although there's some deco differences between what's on the box and what's here in person. Very minor. So, the upper knee area right here is black, whereas here is the same green plastic. There's a lot less of the wash, where it's heavier on the wash here. Preferred that though. This is black, whereas that's purple, and that upper part isn't painted on the product images. Then here, this whole thing is purple, but it isn't here. In addition, he has a green eye, and the other one's purple. Whereas here, the eye is like I almost want to say it's like a lighter version of this gunmetal, I want to say. Then the other eye's purple. In the show, the big eye was green, and the other one was, or not green. It was purple, and the other eye, the smaller eye, was red. That's how it was in Energon. And yeah. So that's that. And, oh, okay, I'll show off the gimmick. We'll shoot it at the box. We're going to have to fold up his Minicon. I'll show you the transformation. Oh, first, you want to move this piece. I actually lost this piece on my Armada one, I think. Not 100% sure. Maybe still be on there. I have no idea. Alright, there's also a chair. I'll show you how that works in vehicle mode. It's more useful there. Okay. So, what you want to do is put the Minicon here and then pull it back. And I'll show you what that does. There you go. Fires it, but also extends this out. And you just gotta pull it back and it fires. And these kind of just store here. They're not missile fired or anything. There's no springs there. So you go pew with your imagination, poo. And then once you remove that off, you could push that back in and boom. Got those puppies out of the way. I'm just going to put him back because I don't want to lose his missiles, because he's one of those characters where if you lose the missiles, you kind of don't have the proper look. So that is kind of a bummer. But that said, he does have double jointed elbows, but you can't really get that much range out of him just due to how they were designed. The more for going the other way to get into vehicle mode, that turns 360. His legs, due to transformation, do have more range than most legs of this era. And due to how his feet are designed, you can kind of get some posing out of it. That's a little dynamic. That's too crazy due to how strict the arms are, but he looks cool. that's where the Demolisher mold kind of makes up for everything. That looks cool. And vehicle mode looks even cooler. So we'll get into that. His transformation is pretty simple. You fold down the head. Next, what you want to do is turn this around so it's facing this way. Fold these like up like so. Push that in. Fold out the leg. Push this in, and then you want to bring that like so. So that's like that. Second verse, same as the first. He's a pretty simple guy, nothing too complicated really. And then flip that around. You want to fold that like so. Beep, beep. Okay, okay. Do the same on the other side. And, I didn't even do some robot mode comparisons. We'll get them back into robot mode in a second. Okay, perfect. And then you just, what you do is just kind of, because the legs are like that, you want to just hinge it so then it does the opposite. I think that actually came out pretty clearly on camera how I did that. And here he is in vehicle mode. Oh yeah, I forgot. You got a tab. There's a tab. Where the screw hole is. There's that will go into that side. There's no screw hole here, but there's still a hole there. Dude, that just gets everything locked in place. And he can roll as rolling things should. The turret does turn 360 degrees, but on this version of the mold, since that's painted, I don't want to like scratch anything. I don't remember if the original was painted there. It's been a while since I messed with the original Armada Demolisher. One of the few Armada figures that I've left of my original collection anyways. A lot of my Energon and Armada stuff I sold off, and I deeply regret that. But I didn't sell Demolishor because he was a fun figure, and well, yeah. I didn't sell off my Energon Megatron either. That was a fun figure as well. We'll do review that one sometime in the future, as well as the, because I did the Galvatron from Superlink. I have the Megatron equivalent of that, but it's the US release from Target. Not Target, Toys R Us, I mean. The 2-pack one, but mine didn't come with the Optimus because I bought it loose. But with all the Megatron bits. So yeah, you could do a review on that sometime as well, those two. But yeah, so yeah, we'll get into transforming this doohickey. Or not transforming him, transforming the Minicon back. So you unfold that, push that down, and then you unfold the legs. Now we want to put the legs back almost. Raise the arms up. Get him in the seat like so, and he's piloting the tank. Pew 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 pew. And yes, this still does work in vehicle mode since you can access it. It does the same thing. I'm not gonna repeat myself again. But yeah, anyways, we'll be right back. Okay, now we're back in robot mode, but we'll actually go back to the vehicle mode at the end of this. Because there's something I forgot to show you with the Minicon you can also do. That I just discovered by looking at the box. I didn't even know you could do that. It's a funny thing about revisiting a lot of these. I find gimmicks that I didn't even know about. So yeah, hilarious. However, with our next review, which is Cyclonus, I know everything that toy fucking does. Because I've owned the Cybertron Buzzsaw, and then I also goofed around with my dad's Cyclonus quite a bit. Whereas Demolishor, even though he was mine, we'll get into the gimmick I'm talking about with him after this segment. But yeah, here he is, size comparison. It's weird how Voyagers are smaller these days, am I right? But in all seriousness, if you feel them, they're honestly about the same amount of plastic. It's there's no heft difference, but he does feel better. It's a better quality of plastic. Not saying that this is bad plastic, just saying he feels better. But yeah, here's the shittiest Armada toy in the face of the earth right next to them. You can see he's smaller. And removing him and removing the superior one. with Starscream and his humongous ass. Let's just let this sound haunt you in your dreams. But yeah. I'll actually just transform into vehicle mode. There's multiple repaints of this guy. There's the original version, the Takara version of the Armada version, and then there's the Superlink version, which is the same across both Takara and US release. There's the Energon version, which is the same across both releases. And then you got the, technically when he gets the new body that kind of looks like Long Haul, that body, you got that version of the toy. And then you also got the, what was it? The Cybertron version of him, which is based off this mold. What's kind of funny about that is they kind of forgot about the Minicon. But however, the Cyber Key has a Minicon port, so you can still activate all of his gimmicks. So they didn't retool him like they did with Buzzsaw. Nor did they do what they did with Long Rack, which I think was the same thing. They added a Cyber Key port on there that activates the Minicon gimmick. And then, because Long Rack was a retool of Hoist? Or was it Grapple? I think it was Hoist, yeah, from Armada. And then, that was a genius retool, by the way. But, getting off track. With him and Optimus, the Bendy Prime mold, they re-released them in Cybertron and just were like, we're not going to alter anything. We're just going to make the Cyber Key and Minicon port call it a day. Because those two figures are just fantastic. You know? Yeah. Anyways, we'll get to transforming him now. So, I'll get his arms set up and ready to go. Okay. I have no idea if I need a chair sitting up for this, so I'm just going to place it up for it. Because I got no clue if the gimmick will activate or not. Never done this. First time. So, yippee for us, I suppose. Oh, I don't want to roll this thing. They actually painted the wheels. That is something you just don't get these days. Dry brushed fucking treads. Oh, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. A different era of toys, man. Okay, so we got them in vehicle mode. So the gimmick here is that when you get the Minicon into vehicle mode, I think, you want to partially transform it. This is why. Because his head will stick in this hole here. And then it kind of fills that out. Very dankily, but yeah, I know it fills it out. And then I don't know what causes the trigger of that. I want to say it's this button right here. Because there's like a button. Again, never noticed that in the original. Hold on, let me see if I can get that better light. See, yeah, right there. And it launches them out. That's kind of neat. I'm not gonna lie, that is kind of cool. But I do like how it implements, Minicon implements in so fucking well. Like, that is fucking rad. It's like Cyclonus. Ah, that's so great. I love that. I fucking love that. Shuts kiss. This is an example of a good Armada toy. Minicon integrates greatly without detracting from it, because if you don't have it, still looks good, because now it's just an H-tank. Whereas if you get the Minicon, now it just looks like a tank. More guns, an excessive amount of guns, but guns nonetheless. Oh, Demolishor don't ever change. And please, for God's sakes, if they do a new review, include the Minicon and have it poured in. It doesn't have to have the launching gimmick, but just have it poured in like here, and I'm a happy man. Anyways, this has been Meekwa, signing out. Peace.